Knicks family, what's poppin'? It's your boy Sim. The New York Knicks started training camp today. And Tom Thibodeau and the coaching staff wasted no time in laying the foundations of a strong culture. Now, I'm pretty sure the players knew about these principles before they entered training camp, and they're probably left over from last season. But a picture surfaced today, courtesy of SNY TV, of the Knicks' defensive and offensive principles plastered on the walls of the Westchester Training Facility gym. Now, the picture you see here is a little bit blurry, so we're going to clear that up for you and let you see what these principles are. We'll begin with the defensive musts, as they call them. And number one is transition defense. And it's critical, ladies and gentlemen. You've got to be able to get back on defense and stop teams from scoring easy layups. Plain and simple. Number two, compete. That is the key to any Tom Thibodeau defense. Compete. If you compete and you compete hard, you give yourself a chance in any game. Number three, challenge shots. We've seen plenty of times where there's a three-point shooter open, the Knicks player will stab his foot and then go try to get the rebound. We need to challenge all shots. Number four, defend. Physical, without fouling, early high hands. So what's that mean? That means when you're closing out on a shooter, you can't have your hands by your hips. They've got to be up high, ready to get your hand up to contest that shot. Number five, hustle plays. First to the floor, charges, blocks. That goes back to being physical and competing. Number six, stance and vision. And of course, this is about your physical stance, but it's also about where you place yourself on the floor. Are you in a position so you can see the ball and the man? Are you in a position so that you can stop your man from cutting behind you? Are you in a position so that you can see the defense that's in front of you if you're in that position? A lot of this is about floor positioning. Good floor positioning equals good vision. Number seven, think help without the ball. If you're not defending the person with the ball, you should be in the help side defense. This goes back to a good stance, being in a good spot so you can have good vision. You can jam a cutter coming across. You can help on the dribble drive. Think help without the ball. And then number eight, gang rebound. We have guards who are capable rebounders. Julius Randle averaged double-digit rebounds last season. If we gang rebound, we don't put all the pressure on one or two players. Gang rebound, get out and run. Now, let's talk about the offensive musts for this team. Number one, pace/sprint. Last year, we would walk the ball up the floor. We were one of the slowest teams in the NBA. A lot of it had to do with personnel as well as basketball IQ. This season, we have better personnel, more suited to running or playing with a higher pace, and they're also smarter. We have a better overall basketball IQ on this team, so we can be successful if we play with more speed. Number two, space. We have shooters on this team. If we space the floor out, we open up the lanes for guys like Kemba, Evan Fournier, Julius Randle, Derrick Rose, Emmanuel Quickley, R.J. Barrett to get to the lane. We need to play with space. Play with the pass. When the ball passes to one area, that should trigger motion in another area of the floor. Play with the pass. Number four, attack the rim. Rim reads. If we attack the rim, it's going to open up the outside. We put pressure on the rim, it's going to open up the lanes. We need to attack the rim. Kemba, Fournier, RJ, Julius Randle, Mitchell Robinson with the lobs. Attack the rim, ladies and gentlemen. Number 5, move without the ball. If you're standing still, you're probably doing something wrong. You need ball movement. You need man movement. This keeps the defense busy, keeps the defense wondering and looking and trying to figure out what the offense is doing. If you're standing still, you're stagnant. The offense is stagnant. And then you're predictable. Number 6, offensive execution. I'm going back to basketball IQ here. Kemba Walker replaces Elfrid Payton, a better basketball IQ. Evan Fournier replaces Reggie Bullock, a better basketball IQ. Then you got Julius Randle, who's going to be in this star position for another year. His basketball IQ should increase. Then you got second-year players like Emmanuel Quickley, Obi Toppin. Their overall basketball IQ should increase this season. RJ Barrett already had a good basketball IQ. It should get better this season. All of that leads to better offensive execution. You've got to execute. If you execute, you'll be successful. Number 7, threes. And ladies and gentlemen, we've seen in Summer League that the Knicks were shooting a lot of threes. And I think this season, Tom Thibodeau is going to have this team shooting threes. Evan Fournier knocks it down from 40%. RJ Barrett, 40%. Julius Randle, 40%. Last season, Derrick Rose was shooting at 39 to 40% for us. Emmanuel Quickley can knock down threes. I think Obi can knock down threes. Alec Burks can shoot it at a high clip, I think around 38%. This team has three-point shooters. Expect to see a lot of threes going up. I would not be surprised to see games where the Knicks shoot 45, 53s maybe in one game. And this goes back to that transition defense, because when you're shooting a lot of threes, you're going to have long rebounds. You better be ready to get back. Number 8, ladies and gentlemen, offensive rebounds. Attack that glass, rebound the basketball. Get yourself a second chance shot. Ladies and gentlemen, these are the defensive and offensive principles that the Knicks will be going by this season. I want to know what you think about them. Do you agree with them? You like them? Dislike them? Is there something that you would add to these principles? Ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate your time. Be peaceful. Spread love. We out of here.
This is NBK, nothing but Knicks. When Sim passed the assist, you know that it's #1 show that breaks down the game. If you can't play defense, stay out my way. Dribble the ball, come down the lane. 5 seconds on the shot clock, who gon' win us the game? You wanna hear Nick updates and trade rumors? Post-game reviews, this the place you tune in. So tell a friend just to keep the ball moving. Like the page if you feeling the movement. Every game we coming to win. Give us a sub like a player that came off the bench. This is NBK, nothing but Knicks.